I don't feel like I'm necessarily like specifically attached to trying super hard, only that I feel like there is so many like go signals. And so I follow the go signals, but then it's just like, I'm like, but you fucking said go. So I'm going, but then why are you not giving it to me? Like, I am not trying to reach. I am not going to stretch and like extend and contort to create this anything. So like, but why are you saying yes, but then showing me no?
This is episode 14, a duo episode with me and guest Morgan Fiore, and today we're going to be talking about this powerful reorganization of the Lionsgate portal.
I'm in control of what's happening, but I'm also watching massive shifts take place that I'm not orchestrating.
We are in the high holy days right now. We are in this massive highest point of summer. The light codes are flowing in. Lionsgate on August 8th is really such an opportunity for manifestation, and sometimes that brings with it the opposite side of it as well. We're going to talk all about it today. All right, we're going to jump right in. I'm here today with Morgan Fiore. She is a genius at marketing and branding, and she's come up with her own strategy and how she discerns how to become your own magnetic CEO. It's a really an amazing offering that she has put together. And this is just from a riff that we had the other day that I had recorded. And so, excuse the audio quality, but this was just so great that I had to share it with all of you for this season. There's just so much potency in it. So here is our conversation.
The sense of like right now being a time of receiving, like deep receiving, and not like, I just did a whole social media thing about like not reaching, not stretching, not like using a fork. Like this is like spoon or cup or vessel. Like I just am interested to know, like, how are you feeling about where we both are individually and together in like this energy of this season of receiving? I don't feel like I'm necessarily like specifically attached to trying super hard, only that I feel like there is so many like go signals. And so I follow the go signals, but then it's just like, I'm like, but you fucking said go. So I'm going, but then why are you not giving it to me? Like, I am not trying to reach. I am not going to stretch and like extend and contort to create this anything. So like, but why are you saying yes, but then showing me no? Do you feel that? And like, do you have any like sense on it?
I mean, I feel like I agree. Like I'm resonating with everything that you're saying. I don't, there's this sense, what I feel is this sense of, I know that I'm in control of what's happening, but I'm also watching massive shifts take place that I'm not orchestrating.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, receiving is just that. Like, I know that I want to like go, but I also feel like the answer to the abundance of what may or may not be coming in at the moment is because it's like I feel it sort of coming together. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It feels like a reorganization, but it's a massive reorganization.
Yeah.
It's just like everything fucking sucks, It's just like Jesus. So you're going to feel the yes and you're going to feel the no. And it's like, it feels like duality. It feels like polarity. And so then that is, I think it's ultimately asking for you to be like, you're flying standby. It's just jerky. It's just jerky energy. It's just like, you got to go the little bit when there is a little bit of go, but then don't think you're going to get into some cool flow because it's just going to jerk your chain and pull you another direction. Like things are just really reorganizing and integrating and shifting in like so many deep angles and like places within our lives, within our bodies, within our story, within our businesses, within our relationships, within like who we are as women, you know what I mean? Who society is in its feminine and masculine energy. It's just like, it's just so huge, so
Yeah.
uncomfortable, sucks. I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like I know how to navigate it and I know how to go through it and stuff like that. But it's just like, there's no validation in this work right now. There's no validation that says like, there's no nod that's like, here's the affirmation. I mean, I guess I can't even say that because I'm getting affirmations too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I am seeing some affirmations, but they're just like, it's like an affirmation that you're going the right way down a road, like a quarter of a mile. And then you continue on. And then it's like, whoa, 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 back the other way. You missed the road. You go back down the other road. And then it's just like, we're not on highway energy here. We're on like back road energy. So it feels like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
We're following like the rivers and the freaking like valleys and trying to cultivate this new way and like bypassing the programming that the highway maps have shown us. You know what I mean? We're going non-conventional in this thing. And it's really frustrating because it's like there are deep ruts in those, you know, maps. They're just so well traveled and we know it, it's familiar, it's easy, it's paved, it's smooth. Like, and we're out here freaking going from one highway and then bumping down into another highway. Someone had told me this story about water and the intelligence of nature. I think it was in psilocybin stuff, where they said that they took psilocybin, or I don't remember how they did this, I have to find this study, but basically psilocybin was able to like reconstruct the whole Tokyo highway system. Like the whole like way that the public transportation worked. It was able to re-navigate smarter ways for things to go where they needed to go because it's so highly intelligent. I don't know. I don't have, you know, backup on that or whatever, but it's just like, that's what it feels like it's happening. It's like we're taking the whole system of a developed, you know, infrastructure of a city, and we're just saying, nope, this doesn't work anymore. So you've got to end this relationship, and you've got to shift these patterns, and you've got to, you know what you know deeply in this thing and take a third of it. It's just like, how the fuck do I know which third that is? I mean, it's like, thank you, Oracle. Like, great information. God.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like I don't know. And that's where like this whole entire season, this month in particular, is like deep trust. I don't know how else to navigate it without believing that what's on the other side of this is going to be clarifying and abundant. And I refuse to, yeah, I get myself into places and spaces where the polarity doesn't feel like that, but ultimately, like, I have to remain in the truth of that knowing, because I do feel that. But I also, like, in this reorganization, it's like I don't have, like, I've put out there what I want. I think we all have, but the way to get there, that I feel like is what I come up with resistance to. Like, okay, I hear you, but you got to traverse in this direction first and then take a right, like the back roads, like you're saying. I don't know that it's going to be a straight shot always, so
Yeah.
it's really uncomfortable. You constantly feel like you're lost, but also like, I don't know, like right on time. Like, I don't know.
Perfectly on time and lost right where you need to be. I mean, and it opens us up into deeper channels of communication and relationships. You know what I mean? Even like with what's shifted for us in this last week, as much as I don't love those experiences, I really do love going deeper in like like the way that we are able to communicate and just be in each other's lives. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, again, it's like calling each other out. It's calling each other in, I mean, that's all I'm here for. If I don't have friends that can call me in when it's time to call in, what's the fucking point?
I
I
know.
don't need just a good time. I'm not here for just a fucking good time. I mean, I say that, and I'm also kind of like, I mean, a good time does sound nice. I'm not opposed
I
to it.
for a good time. I'm not going to say that. That's for sure.
Right. I'm not here for a good time, but I'm not like, I don't need it to just all be like twinkle la-di-da. You know what I mean? I really am like in every aspect of my life, calling in deeper connection. It feels like it's been really something I really have been like not only just wanting and craving, but like missing. Like it feels like it feels like if we're talking about highways, if we're doing this analogy of highways and back roads and stuff like that, the connection feels like it's literally the fuel for moving anywhere. It's like deep communication, like you said, deep trust. And yeah, I mean, get ready for the bumps, get a good fucking helmet. I don't know. Jesus.
I mean, yeah, 100%. I mean, I think it goes without saying that it, like, I'm here for a good time. I also know that it's not going to be easy, like all the time, like it's and I don't want it to be, because what's the point without a challenge? It's like, I'm never going to expand. I'm never going to go, so I also welcome it. But I think this season is wild. Lionsgate for me always feels this way. So, but I know that everything that's accumulated up until this point has been made very well known to the universe. And so now it's just restructuring everything based on what we've put out in the last 6 or 7 months. And we're going to have to, hold tight as we drive through this tunnel, and come out the other side. I don't know it's almost like I feel like I'm going to go through the tunnel. I wonder, after everything I've asked for, what's going to stick, what's going to be made part of this new structure. And then on the other side of it, it'll sort of reveal itself. And usually for me, it takes until like the end of September. Like, however, I've also found that like throughout the month of July, there is like this, whatever you've been receiving in abundance, like when you really reflect on it, it's like, oh, okay. Like, that's where the fortune's going to come through. So I think that for you, when you say connection, I feel like you've been abundant in being able to let go and bring in other connections and just connect differently. And like, that's where the fortune and abundance lies for you on the other side of this. All of the connections you've made and all of the resources that you do have in this new shift within yourself is that.
Yeah. It's like a preview almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think too, like this is like our fourth conscious Lionsgate that we're going through. You know what I mean? Like it's the fourth round for me that I'm consciously aware of like the potency of this time in the season. I mean, we obviously all know, we've all seen a garden, you know what I mean? We know like what happens in this season of light. You just sit there and watch the freaking tomatoes grow, and like, that's the deal. But being conscious and like applying this to my own self and going deeper with it, it's like the fourth round, and I'm I'm not calling in like the typical things that I was calling in the first round. You know what I mean? I'm not being so like vague. I'm not being so, I don't want to say basic, because what is basic? You know what I mean? But it's just like, I'm calling in like the massive shifts of like what I really know about myself. And I have that knowing about myself because of the previous seasons where I've, cleaned and cleared and cleaned and cleared and refined and used this energy to really refine it down. So it's just like, we say this every year. Like I was talking to my friend Vinny about it. It's like every single year we're like, oh my God, this is so big. It's like, how can it be any bigger? And it's like, we said that last year too, but it's like, it's just going to constantly blow our minds each year, because we are that new embodied version that we called in last year. And so then we're now more able to reach further. I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying too about like the good time. And like, I just am like really, in this season, really manifesting for myself too, that I want it to be easy. Like I don't subscribe to the previous versions of myself that thought like hard work made that something more valuable. Like I appreciated it more because I worked hard and stuff like that. Like that's an old program for me. And it's something I really have to consciously redesign. Like I have to take myself off that highway and bump around in the back roads. And I do that often where it's just like, okay, I'm ready. Like I told you the other day, I'm ready to roll my sleeves up and just freaking force something through. Like whose neck needs to be snapped? Where do I need to go? Like, let's get it on. I love that. I love that energy. I'm so down for it. But then I like hear my new higher self speaking to me, and it's just like, nope, nope, nope. You can have that energy, but it's a tempered version of it. It's like a modified version of it that is based, it's not solely rooted in neck snapping. It's not solely rooted in get a fucking shovel, let's go, whatever, dig a fucking hole for something. I don't know, like whatever it is, you know what I mean? Let's not just freaking do a marathon 12-hour shift of editing content or something like that. Like, let's just freaking let this flow in. You will work, you will do the structure, you will do the discipline, but if it's not time, we're not doing it. It's just so insane to me though. Like, it's just like, okay, fine. And it's just like the fuckery of that in-between space of like really realizing what and when and how and the fuck. So yeah, nice to have you here for the journey.
It's so necessary.
It's so necessary.
I just couldn't do it without,
Yeah. Praise be to the sun god. I don't know what else the fuck to say. Like we get it. We hear you. We surrender. Now give us our shit.
All right, man, we are real dealing it here. Sorry, Mom, for all the swears, but that was a real live conversation. It felt like it needed to be shared. I hope it supported where you are today, and sending so much love. Till next time.